Okay, so here's the Gen 5. It's a clear firearm. Let me show y'all. Nothing in the chamber, totally empty. Magazine is empty.
Yep.
All of our guns are always double checked for safety beforehand, but this one's totally clear. That one's totally clear. So get a good hold of that one, kind of with your firing grip, and then get a hold of that one.
I'll trade you. Yeah, like, I mean, I'll be honest, especially after grabbing that one, I feel, like, it almost feels like you feel nothing.
Yeah, what about the beavertail? That is a huge difference.
Yes, because I've actually got a scar just of built up, like, callousness on my hand because I ride these so high.
Yep.
And the slide just will cut so deep into you. So, like, that's a huge improvement because it's not big.
No.
Like, I've always struggled, just me personally, with the sort of the add-on beavertails. Just they've always been too thick.
Yeah, I've got like little boy hands, so I can't always put it. I can't ever use it.
Yes,
but then they like people will cut them,
and
then it's like that's just uncomfortable.
So I think that's a huge improvement. And I think,
and then the palm swells.
Yeah, and the trigger is definitely, I think, a huge improvement. I think one of the first things any video you ever see of like what to do when you get a Glock, or like what's the first upgrade you would make, like. I feel like 5% of those are change the plastic sights and change the trigger.
Yep.
And this is actually something that, honestly, I would probably run just out of the box
100%.
Without changing, because I'm a huge, like, sort of flat-faced trigger guy when it comes to Glocks.
Yep.
Probably most guns in general. But that, I think, is a massive improvement over. And, it's still going to be something where there's still a great aftermarket selection, because I think, a lot of people like the metal, the feel of, like, some type of metal trigger.
Yeah, it is still polymer. That's a good point.
But I think it is a massive, massive improvement for people who aren't necessarily like, some of us that are a little bit more into, like, the Lego-esque, mixing and matching and like customizing to make it your own.
Yep.
Some people just aren't into that, and they're buying it for vastly different reasons, whether it's just, self-defense or the range. And so I think that is a massive improvement just in general for just shootability of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it seems like a silly thing, but really I agree. The flat face trigger makes a big difference just in terms of how I can get my pad on there and how comfortable it is. So ergonomics, they literally feel completely different. This one feels so much better, points so much better, just get such a better feel for the gun. What I also think is cool is with the KOA, they kind of came out with that proprietary mounting system with aim point.
The A-frame, or
whatever they called it. And we were also excited because the Glock, the MOS platform was kind of crappy.
It was not the best.
There was weird things with the plate where they were like...
Yeah, the plates are like cast,
so they break, and then like... Bent. Or you'd go buy like a $200 one, and it's like, well, what? The gun's $600, so like I'm spending a quarter of it on a plate. So Glock then really took it to the next level with their new optics mounting system. So these are direct mount.
Okay.
But it comes with a bunch of like little spacer plates in there that act as like a crush washer. So it's now direct mount, and you can co-witness, and you're getting rid of all those plates and all that junk right there in the slide, super secure, without having to have something completely proprietary. Like
because I mean, obviously, I would say this was a huge improvement over the MOS, but the only problem is it is cut for basically one type of optic. Yeah. And that's the only thing it can fit. And it's a great, really awesome optic.
Yeah.
But I think that is going to be, on the Gen 6, their new optic system is going to be a massive improvement overall. Pretty much some version of direct milling is always so much better than having to use plates. And there's some awesome plate systems out there.
For sure.
Like I know like the agency AOS is phenomenal.
Staccatos is really good. Bulls is really good.
But it's like I said, anytime you could do something like direct mill or as close to direct mill as possible, it tends to be better because you also get the optic a little bit lower on the slide as well. So you'll see some optic systems kind of really raise the slide up, or raise the optic up over the slide quite a bit.
Yeah, you can co-witness with this one.
Yeah, you'll notice these both are quite a bit lower in the actual slide.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
actually.
so you can co-witness with these for. Oh man, as soon as I get this back in my hand, I'm like, oh, I want the Gen 6 back.
Yeah. Well, and I've also noticed, they've got sort of this like thumb rest here, which is like something I usually when I get my Glocks stippled, I will have some version of like a thumb rest built into it. So, I mean, this kind of seems like it's going to be a fun gun to shoot pretty much like straight out of the box without really the need, other than, at least for me, like an optic. Throwing an optic on there, this is going to be something I probably could go shoot at the range and not feel the need to do very, very much upgrading. So I'm actually excited to shoot both of these and compare them.